This is an incredibly complex negotiation. We are coming to a very important point in these negotiations at the end of June. Michel Barnier, one, understands the Irish issues, the vulnerabilities that are there, and the complexity of this negotiation, and he is determined, with the help and support and partnership of the Irish government, to find a way through that.
It's significant also because this is the first dialogue that we're having outside of Dublin. We're here in Dundalk, which is of course a border town, and Louth a border county, and it's important that we bring this discussion to the border as well, given the significance of it in the negotiations.
Oh, it was vital to be here today because, first of all, we're at a very critical stage in all of these Brexit talks, but more importantly, to bring people together, young and old, and it's great that there are young people here today, and it's a time to listen and engage. And because it's a full day event and people give of their time, I think good things come from people being together.
I can assure you that we are absolutely united and have a common position on the Brexit negotiations.
I'm very honoured personally to take part to this for the first time to this civic dialogue, meeting all the stakeholders, the political leaders, young people, and for me as a European negotiator, it's very important to not only to understand, to listen, but to be on the ground. Because this negotiation is not only and not first about London and Brussels, it's about the people on the ground.
And we've had a lot of academics, community groups, prisoner groups, education groups, businesses particularly, but the voice of youth has been pretty much missing. It's good to have that first chance today to hear their views.
Essentially that we have a continuation and an expansion upon what we already have in order to make sure that young people do have a voice in these vitally important processes.
Can they speak up? These are young people with a voice and a vision and a determination to be heard.
I would definitely hope in the future we wouldn't go backwards and go back to a hard border. I think it would be a huge step backwards and a huge disruption to our everyday lives. I'm 15, so I'm born after the Good Friday Agreement, and I felt the benefits of it.
Let's listen to smart, educated young people who have a very clear vision of the kind of future that they want in the context of these islands and the relationships on them.
The notion that in my lifetime we become citizens of Europe with free access to travel, to work, to study, to access healthcare in all of the member states has been transformational. And I think a lot of people, certainly in Northern Ireland, young people in particular, want to ensure that those rights prevail into the future for them.
Looking at the past and remembering of the past, the Good Friday Agreement has been built for the young people, for the new generations. And what we are doing now is also for the young people.
It was good that the young people were up on stage with the same sort of importance and the same sort of coverage as the politicians and the other representatives.
I think we've got a very clear and strong message from Michel Barnier today that the Irish problems are the EU's problems and that we're together on this.